Bom dia aos tres comentados. I am Shailene, an analyst at the Ministry of Governance and Public Policy. Let me begin by saying how honored I am to be here. As Chief Policy Analyst at the Ministry of Governance and Public Policy in Brazil, I emphasize the pivotal role of risk analysis in shaping the stability of our nation. The synergy between political and economic risk analysis forms the backbone of our decision-making processes. Political risk analysis enables us to anticipate the impact of government policies, legislative decisions, providing a lens through which we navigate the complex political landscape. Simultaneously, economical risk analysis is integrated to our understanding of Brazil's economic conditions. By scrutinizing factors like inflation, interest rates, and market trends, we gain insights that guide informed decisions, fostering a stable economic environment. This stability not only attracts investments but also sustains long-term growth, ultimately improving the well-being of our citizens. Recognizing the interconnected nature of our world, our risk analysis extends to international relations, acknowledging the impact of global events on our nation. Strategic considerations of trade agreements, geopolitical shifts, and diplomatic relations allow us to have and navigate dynamic international landscape. In essence, the correlation between political and economic risk analysis is the paramount of ensuring resilience and stability of Brazil. As the custodians of public policy, our commitment lies in employing rigorous methodological fortifying our governance against uncertainties. By doing so, we lay the foundation for a prosperous and stable future for our great nation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Shailene. So continue. I'm Aisha binti Muhammad Rahim, and I'm the Chief Economist at the National Institute of Economic Planning. So happy to be here, and thank you so much for the invitation for today's meeting. So I'll just start right away. So focusing on risk analysis, assessing risk is crucial for economic and government growth. This is to influence foreign investors and trust in nation stability. So economists like me focus on macroeconomic indicators, political stability, and global economic conditions. In political economy theory, risk analysis recognizes that economic structures are shaped by both market forces and political decisions. So, political economic theory do help us in understand better in how politics affects economy policies. This is why risk analysis is very essential in political economy, ensuring strategies for a stable country. Also, understanding how politics affects economic policies is a big part of what we do. It helps us navigate the connection between politics and the economy. When it comes to international relations, doing this kind of analysis is crucial as it shapes a healthy economic condition by promoting trust and attracting investment from other countries. So one hypothesis that I can make is that the better the result of one's country's political and risk analysis, the better the country's stability. I will pass this discussion to Ms. Awatif to carry out this session. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ms. Aisha. I am Nur Awatif binti Muhammad Nur, a project risk management specialist at the National Project Management Agency. Building upon the insightful discussion on government policies and economic conditions, I invite you to delve into the captivating world of project risk management. Political and economic risk analysis plays a crucial role in assessing the stability of a country and its impact on projects. For instance, consider a large infrastructure project such as building a major port in a developing nation. Political instability, such as frequent changes in government policies or civil unrest, could pose risk to the project's timeline and financing. Economic factors like inflation rates and currency fluctuations may affect the project's budget and financial viability. In another example, imagine building a highway in a foreign country. Political risk analysis would involve assessing factors like government stability and policies affecting construction permits. Economic risk analysis would consider potential issues like inflation affecting project costs. This analysis helped ensure a smooth and successful highway construction project despite potential uncertainties. In both cases, understanding the interplay between political and economic factors is essential for project managers and investors to anticipate potential challenges, allocate resources effectively, and devise risk mitigation strategies. The success of projects often hinges on the ability to navigate and adapt to the dynamic political and economic landscape of the host country. Now, let's transition into the realm of businesses with Mr. Faris.
Well, thank you, Ms. Awatif, for your insight. Hello there, I am Faris Akmal Abdurrahman, a senior risk consultant at the Ministry of Businesses, Stability and Development. In a complex world of risk, businesses are like tightrope walkers dealing with uncertainties. Let's imagine Brazil as a main stage where these tightrope walkers perform. Government policies can create political uncertainties that affect businesses. Dealing with economic risks requires precision and resilience. Understanding the correlation between political and economic risk is essential for businesses. Political instability may lead to change in regulation or policies that impact the business's operation and investment decision. Economic risks such as currency fluctuation or inflation can affect cost of goods and services, impacting profitability. For businesses to function well in changing environment, they need political and economic stability. These factors are like a solid foundation, helping businesses adapt and perform well despite uncertainties. In simple terms, picture businesses as a tightrope walkers in a risky circus. And economic risks are wobbly ropes, political uncertainties are gusts of wind. My role is to ensure companies act confidently using political and economic stability as a safety net. Before we finish and move on to the strategic defense, Ms. Misha Christina, here you go.
Thank you, Mr. Faris. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Misha Christina, a strategic division advisor, and I work at the National Governance Strategy Office. In the brief time we have together, I want to shed light on a compelling aspect of decision making, which is the intricate dance between international relations and the choices we make on both political and economic fronts. You know, in our fast-paced world, it's not just about what's happening within our borders. It's about how we're weaving through the complex web of international relations. Consider, for instance, the diplomatic arena. The alliances we forge and the tensions we navigate directly impact policy decisions. It's like a giant game of strategy, and we're using political risk analysis as our cheat code. Now, let's look at the world of economics. All the threads are knotted together in global affairs by trade agreements, currency values, and financial market stability. As we examine the effects of decisions that have an impact on our relations with the global economy, it becomes essential to carry out risk analysis. In times of crisis, the importance of international collaboration cannot be overstated. Decisions taken in the international arena can have a direct impact on our ability to deal effectively with crises, whether they relate to climate change or global health crisis. In conclusion, the interplay between international relations and decision-making is undeniable. It's a delicate balance, a nuanced dance where every move on the global stage echoes in our political and economic corridors. Let us look closely at the massive impact international relations have on our country's decisions as we go through this complex web. Now, I would like to finish this by saying thank you for your time and for being very attentive to what I need to tell you.
Good day to all the distinguished guests. It is my honor to welcome all of you panel experts to the National Risk Analysis Assembly. Here today, we are to further discuss the potential economic, political risk associated with our beloved country, Brazil. Our aim today would be to finalize our resolution on the National Resilience and Sustainable Development Policy. As discussed before, the National Resilience and Sustainable Development Policy will be focusing on environmental, economic, human rights, project management, and political instability factors. Without further ado, allow me to begin this assembly. As the Chief Policy Analyst at the Ministry of Governance and Public Policy in Brazil, My role involves a meticulous examination and comprehension of the multifaceted political and economical risks that our country faces. Environmental concerns intersect with political and economic risks, in particular the context of Brazil's vast and ecological significant Amazon rainforest. The global community closely watches Brazil's environmental policies, and these steps can have far-reaching consequences affecting international relations and trade agreements. I now pass the floor to the next presenter, Ms. Aisha.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Che, the Chief Policy Analyst. So I'm going to start my point with during our recent meeting, I do have highlighted the positive aspect of Brazil economy in the gross domestic product in 2021, as it is very stable for the figure. However, there is one significant concern, as in the exclusion of indigenous people, because this is a very consideration because it's contrary to their rights outlined in 1988 Brazil Constitution. So, moreover, the development in the Amazon forest has as well led to the displacement of many indigenous communities and this has created a significant humanitarian, as in like natural disaster and environmental crisis. So, this is a very concerning issue from the economy of America. So I think from the project risk management can continue with your issue.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Aisha. I am Awati Muhammad Noor, a project risk management specialist at the National Project Management Agency, and my expertise is managing projects in unpredictable environments. Okay, so the national projects in Brazil consistently face the issue of exceeding allocated budgets, posing a significant threat to the financial stability of these initiatives. The budget overruns are indicative of a systematic problem within the project management, leading to the financial strain, resource mismanagement, and potential consequences for the overall success of the projects. And then, the timely completion of national projects remains a formidable challenge, with delays manifesting from a variety of sources, unforeseen circumstances, bureaucratic hurdles, and unexpected technical issues contribute to project timelines being frequently extended. These delays not only hinder the anticipated benefits and outcomes, but also amplify costs, exacerbating the financial strain on projects. I will pass the floor to the Senior Risk Consultant, Mr. Pera.
Well, thank you so much, representative from National Project Management Agency, Ms. Awati. So, as you know, I'm Pera, a Senior Risk Consultant at the Ministry of Business Service Development. So, as you know, my expertise in mitigating business risks and uncertainties. So, throughout our investigation, so our team, I will summarize two major issues that are currently happening in Brazil, which is market volatility and economic uncertainties. To simplify, market volatility is businesses in Brazil are facing challenges due to unpredictable market conditions, leading to fluctuating demand, pricing, and competition. Overall, the economic uncertainties in Brazil influenced by factors such as inflation rates, currency fluctuation, poses risks to stability growth of the nation. So, as I mentioned, Brazil currency, the real, has been fluctuating this past 2 years. It was strong against US dollar, but now it's getting weaker. Approaching its low point in 2018, this currency swing can create unpredictable in market, affecting demand, pricing, and competition. So that's all from the business. But I will pass to the strategic decision advisor, Ms. Kisha.
Okay, thank you to the Senior Risk Consultant, Mr. Faris. Hi everyone, I am Misha Christina, a Strategic Division Advisor, and I work at the National Governance Strategy Office. So let's go straight to the other issues on hand. The constant change in leadership creates uncertainty, impacting Brazil's economic development. It's like building on shaky ground, questioning how Brazil can achieve lasting economic growth amid ongoing political upheaval. Shifting gears, corruption adds another layer. So next, scandals involving influential figures cast doubt on transparency, posing a significant challenge. The dilemma is, how can Brazil attract international investments when trust
its political and business integrity is in question. So these are the complex issues that demand thoughtful consideration and solutions. I will now pass the floor to Ms. Shailene, and maybe we can discuss the solutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present a resolution reaffirming Brazil's steadfast commitment to environmental conservation, recognizing the pivotal role of our natural ecosystems, particularly the Amazon rainforest. We pledge to rigorously enforce policies against illegal deforestation and champion sustainable land use practices. Our focus includes reforestation initiatives to preserve our natural heritage for future generations. To ensure the effectiveness of our endeavours, we will establish a robust monitoring systems for the environmental indicators and support research initiatives. This resolution underscores our dedication to evidence-based policymaking, fostering responsible stewardship, and contributing to the global effort of environmental preservation. Thank you for your attention and commitment to a sustainable future for Brazil.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Shane. I do agree with Ms. Chief Policy Analyst regarding to preserve our environment though. However, I would love to add more to the suggestion. I propose that we should have a shift towards a more inclusive approach, as what mentioned, that goes beyond racial exclusivity. So as per my concern is because of the exclusion of the indigenous people. This is because there are about 305 tribes living in Brazil today. So it's around 1.7 million people of Brazil. So this is, we need to know this data is because it is vital to understand that people form the backbone of a nation's workforce. So this is very essential for our productivity and to increase our productivity of our country as well. So this can contribute to the establishment of a robust and sustainable economic environment. And I do know that economic strategies may not offer immediate solutions to these challenges. However, but with this policy, we can underscore the interconnectedness of economic, social, and environmental factors, urging a holistic approach for a more sustainable future. That is all from my proposal. I think Ms. Project Risk Management Specialist can add more into that.
Okay, so to tackle these issues, I would suggest a plan called the National Project Resilience Framework, NPRF. The NPRF recommends initiating each national project with a thorough risk assessment. This proactive measure aims to identify the potential issues related to budget, timeline, and external factors before they escalate. By conducting a comprehensive risk assessment, project managers can gain valuable insights into potential challenges, enabling them to devise preemptive strategies for risk mitigation. Apart from that, to address these challenges of budget overruns, delays, and unforeseen obstacles, the NPRF advocates for the development of detailed contingency plans. These plans will outline specific actions to be taken in the event of identified risk, providing project teams with a roadmap for navigating unforeseen circumstances. That's all from my part.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Awati. So as your suggestion in resilient framework, I do agree. But I think apart from a project, also business is important. I also agree with others' suggestion as well, but I have 2 points I want to include in the framework, which is the first one regarding risk assessment and monitoring, where we establish a centralized unit to assess and monitor market, regulatory and economic risk regulatory. This unit will provide timely updates to the businesses, enabling proactive risk management. And the second, we will introduce the what so-called market adaptation fund, where we establish a fund to assist businesses in adapting to changing market conditions. This fund could be utilized for research and development, technology adaptation, and market-specific strategies to enhance the competitiveness. So I think these are 2 major input that, from the business perspective, to be more resilient. I will pass to the next.
Okay, thanks. Now, I've got a few solutions that my department was able to come up with after much thorough research. So, addressing the intricate challenges of political instability and corruption in Brazil requires a comprehensive and strategic approach. Initiatives such as implementing political reforms, fostering civic engagement, and also encouraging dialogue among diverse stakeholders will contribute to building a robust political landscape. Simultaneously, combating corruption necessitates robust measures. This includes enhancing transparency and accountability, reinforcing anti-corruption legislation, and also empowering independent agencies insulated from political influence. The whistleblower protection, ethics education, and international collaboration are integral components in cultivating a culture of integrity. So, fostering a culture that prioritizes transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct will be pivotal in navigating the path towards a more resilient and just governance system in Brazil. I guess we've finally come up with all the solutions, and therefore this session is going to be adjourned. Thank you for your cooperation and see you in the next sessions.
A very good day to Dr. Hannah. Today we are Group 6 and we will be presenting on Brazil. The members of this group are myself, Shailene, Ms. Aisha Muhammad Rahim, Ms. Nur Awatif, Mr. Faris Rahman, and Ms. Misha Christina. Firstly, welcome to Brazil. Brazil is a democratic country that has experienced political shifts in its leadership and ideology over the years. The country has the history of military rule, but since the 1980s, it has operated as a democratic republic. Political parties such as the Workers' Party, PT, and the Brazilian Social Democracy Party, PSDB, have played crucial roles in shaping policies and governance. Let's look at navigating politics and environmental policies in Brazil. As we are all well aware, Amazon rainforest is a global treasure, but even more so, a national treasure for Brazil. Political leadership in Brazil is responsible crucially for environmental policies, even so globally as they receive much criticism over these environmental policies. Political decisions regarding deforestation, land use regulations, and environmental conservation can have direct implications for the country's economic sectors, including agriculture and forestry. Environmental policies can also impact international relations. For example, Bolsonaro's policies received heavy criticism. The administration implemented measures that some environmentalists and international observers argued weakened environmental regulations, enforcement, and monitoring. The Amazon rainforest is crucial for biodiversity, climate regulations, and indigenous communities. However, it is also a valuable resource for economic activities such as agriculture, logging, and mining, and this makes it more complicated to enact policies that are in place for environmental good.
Now let's take a look from the perspective of economy and what to conclude from overall discussion. So, in Brazil, how the government manage its internal affairs, particularly regarding the exclusion of indigenous people and the environmental impact in the Amazon, as what we discussed previously, has implications for the country's standing in international relations. This is where how it related within the realm of international relations. While the economic situation might seem stable, issues like the exclusion of indigenous communities and environmental concerns strengthen national borders, influencing Brazil's global relationships. Internationally, the way Brazil handles its internal affairs affect its reputation. Exclusionary policies may attract negative attention, potentially straining diplomatic ties and making it more challenging to engage in international trade and cooperation. On the contrary, adopting a more inclusive approach aligns with global values, enhancing Brazil's international standing and fostering positive relationships. Moreover, environmental issues have global implications. The development in the Amazon not only affects Brazil, but also raises concerns internationally. Balancing economic development with environmental responsibility is essential for global cooperation on climate change and sustainable development. In conclusion, how Brazil addresses internal issues resonate in the international arena, influencing diplomatic relations, trade partnerships, and collaborative efforts on global challenges.
Striking a balance between national priorities and international expectations is crucial for Brazil's position in the realm of international relations. Thank you.
The intricate relationship between politics and the economy in the realm of international relations is evident in how political decisions and stability can significantly impact economic projects. Brazil provides a compelling example where political changes and economic conditions have influenced various projects, especially in sectors like infrastructure and energy. For example, in the Belo Monte Dam project. As for the political context, the Belo Monte Dam is a large hydroelectric dam complex located in the Brazilian state of Pará. The project has been highly controversial and faced opposition from environmentalists, indigenous groups, and local communities. The political landscape played a crucial role in the approval and progression of the Belo Monte Dam project. As for the economic impact, the economic rationale behind the Belo Monte Dam was to address Brazil's growing energy needs, promote economic development, and create jobs. The project aimed to harness the power of the Xingu River to generate electricity for the country. However, the economic viability of the project was intricately linked to political decisions, including regulatory approvals, environmental licensing, and government support. The Belo Monte Dam project overcame opposition from environmentalists and indigenous groups through government support and regulatory approvals, despite facing protests. Leadership transitions at the national level introduced uncertainties due to varying approach to environmental policies. The project's social and environmental impact became a central theme in political discussions, influenced by public opinion and regulatory considerations. Economic feasibility was closely linked to financing, with political decisions on economic policies determining the level of support from both private and public sectors.
Imagine a puzzle where political scandal, economic issues, and falling prices for important things like oil, crop all fit together, creating a tough situation for real businesses. One key event during this challenging time was Operation Car Wash. This was a huge investigation that uncovered a lot of corruption involving major Brazilian company and top political figures, especially in the government-owned oil company Petrobras. The investigation also exposed a complicated network of wrongdoing, leading to the removal of President Dilma Rousseff in 2016, a major political shake-up with widespread consequences. This political mess didn't just stay in the realm of politics, it hit the economy hard. From 2014 to 2018, Brazil went through a serious economic downturn. This meant a lot of price went up, a lot of people lost their job, and overall economy shrank. The drop in prices for important things Brazil sells like oil directly hurt sectors that depend on export. The whole mess also scared away investors because they were worried about the unstable political situation. Even foreign companies thinking about investing in Brazil got nervous. The unpredictable politics and a shaky economy made them hesitate to put money into Brazil. The result, less investment outside, making the already tricky economic situation even more complicated for everyone involved. In a nutshell, what happened in Brazil in early 2010s is like a lesson showing how politics, money matters, and businesses are all connected. The story of Operation Car Wash and economic trouble and how expected businesses paint a picture of how the complicated dance between politics and money shape what happened in the businesses world today.
My name is Misha Kistina, and I would like to take you on an overview of Brazil's innovation system, which is a dynamic interplay of technological progress and economic growth that intricately shapes the relationship between politics and the economy. At its core is political support, where decisions craft Brazil's technological landscape with supportive policies, laying the foundation for a thriving ecosystem and propelling the nation into a forefront of innovation. This innovation extends beyond borders, elevating Brazil's global competitiveness. Advanced technology acts as a beacon, drawing international investments and becoming a catalyst for substantial economic growth. Yet, the true essence lies in collaboration and partnerships. Through dynamic collaborations among governments, industry, and research, technological progress becomes a reality, resonating not only locally but enriching both regional and international landscapes. Looking ahead, Brazil's innovation strategies promise sustained growth, influencing both political and economic landscapes positively. It's not just about technology, it's about positively influencing the political and economic landscapes, creating a legacy of progress. In conclusion, Brazil's innovation journey is more than cutting-edge technology. It's a narrative of how technological advancement and political decisions intertwine, propelling Brazil into a future where innovation isn't just a tool for growth, but a catalyst for positive change.